Water can break the hardest stone. Welcome back to We Play Games. I'm Walker, and here we are in CK3 after the end, about to begin Queen Ana Helena of Sao Paulo's reign. So this is going to be part of our campaign to reunify Brazil. Unfortunately, our mother, Queen Gravesia the Righteous, has passed away, which is depriving us of a very, very powerful military commander. At the moment, we are still at war with this count, but fortunately for us, or slash unfortunately for us, our alliances keep shifting around due to the fact that a lot of the AI in the game is switching over to seniority succession. So that means it's going to be a little difficult for us to secure long-term allies here with Queen Ana Helena, but short-term alliances are probably going to be really useful for us anyway, because short-term alliances are going to give us some flexibility in terms of our diplomacy. But I think in this episode we're going to aim to take the rest of the Kingdom of São Paulo for ourselves, and then we're also going to aim to take control of Rio de Janeiro here, because if we can take control of those two big cities, and critically, you can see there's even another large Regiopolis here. If we can take 3 Regiopolises and control them on our own, then we should have the resources necessary, hopefully, to resist Emperor Alcides the Generous, the Braganca family head out here, from trying to convert us, which is really the real danger for us. They can't revoke our titles directly, but they can demand we convert, and given that Queen Ana Helena is zealous, I don't think she's particularly likely to want to convert to a different faith, and I think sticking around with Architecturalist could be fun anyway, just to see what we can get done here within Brazil. But of course that means that it's going to be hard for us to find allies, because we are basically the only Architecturalist character here on the map. There's a lot of Apostolic and Alternative, but not a whole lot of our faith. We're going to be pushing a boulder up a hill here, but we do have a couple of really nice things available, because we can find a new spouse, and in this case, we can find a really good spouse. I was just looking around, and it looks like we can, in fact, marry a genius. Now, we haven't been doing this with the other characters simply because, we've been moving around a lot, but if we're going to be playing out one dynasty here in Brazil, then getting, genius mixed in your family tree is very, very good. But the strength of that character doesn't stop there, because once we're married, we should be able to switch him over to managing our domain, and then we should get our domain holdings way back up, and then get a lot more powerful by just revoking those barony titles. But of course, we're also going to reset our perks. I think in this case, it's going to be really important for us to get defensive pacts online, and hopefully we can find a nice ally here ASAP, because we don't have any allies. But, at least our mother was good at defeating some of these enemy troops before she passed away, so we're going to have at least a small short-term military advantage. But we're also going to want to get our prestige up as quickly as possible, because what we're definitely going to want to do here is form a hybrid culture. So you can see Paulistano, they have this 46 development city here. That is just an outrageous amount of technology that we're going to get access to if we can form a hybrid culture with them. And of course, that if we can form that hybrid culture, that'll allow us to very, very quickly not only hop into the Golden Age, but also just plow through the Golden Age. Maybe we can even get bombards online. That would be really nice. Oh yes, we captured the Viscount in that battle, so we can go ahead and seize control of this territory, disband our troops, and then I think we're going to go ahead and nominate the heir of Nordeste, the son of Emperor Alcides here. We're going to just nominate him as the heir. I'm not really confident in our ability to take control of the kingdom on our own just yet, and if we're voting for his son, then that's going to give us a nice little ticking bonus towards voting for our candidate, and hopefully convince the emperor not to mess around with us too much. You know what, we're going to go ahead and host a feast here in Sao Paulo, and we're also going to try to invite an honorary guest. So here you can see Queen Julia the Cruel of Paraiba. We're actually able to form an alliance with her right away. Oh boy, alright, so yeah, let's form an alliance with this queen here, therefore secure our position against the emperor, and then let's host a feast and let's invite her. Now, given that we are greedy, we actually get a little bit of extra gold from being on stress level 1, which, if you want to float around at stress level 1 and get a little bit extra money, it's certainly worth it, but it's, in this case, we just need children, and fertility is going to be kind of a problem considering it's just one character actually producing children at the moment. And we're going to need extra kids just to form a couple alliances, even if they are going to fall apart due to the seniority succession that's taking over the world here. Oh, all right, we have a daughter, and she's intelligent, no less, so we'll see how that goes, but that's a really nice position to be in. All right, and with that, we've completed our gigantic feast, and now we have enough prestige that we can actually form a hybrid culture right away. That's absolutely worth it, because we're just gonna get 11 innovations here. That's exactly what we're looking for. So yeah, let's get a egalitarian. We'll stick with Café com Leite as our culture. This is as our heritage culture. This is Southeast Brazilian Heritage Cultural Group, which is where we are. And Paulistano, of course, is the language that's going to be spoken around Sao Paulo, so that makes sense. And then we're going to stick with Hill Sea Raiders, Brazilian cosmopolitanism, coffee makers, cheesemongers, cosmopolitan elitism, mystics, and industrious as our cultural traits here. We could potentially wait until we get into the Golden Age before doing a hybrid culture, but this is just going to make it a lot easier for us to get the Golden Age going, and then we'll figure out what our last cultural slot will be eventually as we see what we explore on the world, because you do get a nice little discount to reforming your culture if you encounter different cultures on a pilgrimage. And Queen Ana Helena is definitely going to do some pious pilgrimages. She's a zealous character, there's no reason for her not to. But also critically, now we have just enormous men-at-arms available to us. You know what, let's finish our mother's work here and drive this Viscount Kim of Niterói out of our territory of Sao Paulo once and for all. Of course, this is going to be a little spooky because they're going to be able to call on holy orders, but I think we should be all right with the enormous amount of men-at-arms we have available to us. And this is what we're looking for. We're going to draw the enemy into a battle where we get to be on the defense and get all of our combat advantage bonuses. Perfection. Oh, and we're being invited to a hunt as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and use this as an opportunity for us to just get a little more prestige and also visit some of these capitals, because we can customize our route just a little bit considering when the feast is planned to begin. And we can even visit Cristo Redentor. Perfect. Yeah, 2,000 troops lost to 500. That's a really nice way to start this fight out. Let's see, do we have the siege weapons necessary to break through that castle? Maybe not. We might need to win one more battle before we siege them down, but I'm willing to try. Yep, looks like the Viscount here is going to try to take a fight against us without allies, and given that we lost the first battle... Ooh, uh-oh. We have a prisoner who has the bubonic plague. We're just going to throw him out of here. Not interested in that in our court, if we can avoid it. Oh, and we've become best friends with Alzira Druso. It's possible that this is a character that at one point there was some sort of marriage alliance that fell apart, because the Druso family is familiar to me. But you know, that's the way it goes sometimes when everybody's in seniority succession. Oh, sweet. So not only did we win that battle, which is, of course, you know, a nice little bonus for our battle war score here, but we also just ended our truce with the Viscount of Ubatuba, so we should be able to take control of that city as soon as this war is over. For that matter, I'm going to go ahead and start working on some trebuchets. We definitely have the ability to use trebs here. They're going to really help out when it comes to sieging down some of these larger castles, and I like having them around. But as we get more and more cash, we'll want to drop these light footmen and light horsemen and replace them with something a little more useful in the event that we have to fight an empire. Ah, good. That's exactly the pop-up I was looking for. So our sister has now become our court chaplain, and she has successfully converted Sao Paulo to our Architecturalist faith. So that means that now it's time for us to start working on getting claims in Rio de Janeiro, because I do want to take control of that entire territory for ourselves. It might mean fighting a war against Canastra, but given that we are on the ascent here with Queen Ana Helena, I don't mind taking that fight. Ah, good. Alcides the generous is gonna have to fight another civil war here for whatever reason. People keep attacking him, and hey, you know, the more they're attacking him, the less that he's gonna be worried about the fact that an architecturalist is taking control of this territory down here. Oh, and he just died, which means now there's Emperor Renato of Nordeste here. Well, all right, you know what we might do is pick up the befriend scheme as our next pick, so that way we can befriend Emperor Renato, because this guy, Just Impatient Calm, he is still an Apostolic Catholic Church character, so it's a little dangerous, but he's not paranoid, which means he's actually going to be susceptible to befriend schemes, unlike his old man. And I think this is an opportunity for us to go ahead and sign a new contract with our Emperor Renato here. We need war declaration being sanctioned just like as a requisite for us to conquer inside of Sud-Este. But if we negotiate for a march status and higher feudal levies, then we're still going to have a reasonable number of troops available to us, mostly because like our levies are ultimately not nearly as important for our military strength as our men-at-arms are anyway. And of course this is going to reduce our taxes going out and therefore help us even more on our men-at-arms juicing here. So yeah, let's make this new vassal contract with Emperor Renato. And now we can go ahead and finish our reunification of Sao Paulo. So yeah, let's seize this Viscounty here. Oh, excellent. We can actually form an alliance with the King of Piratini by just marrying off our newborn son. That's exactly what we're looking for. The more big, powerful allies we can get, the better. All right, there we go. And now all of Sao Paulo is finally ours. Oh, speaking of if we could have gotten it, an unpressed claim on all of Rio de Janeiro is exactly what we're looking for. I think we actually need to upgrade our trebuchets and replace our mangonels with more trebuchets before we go to war and take control of Rio, because these are going to be pretty difficult to siege down without bombards. And I don't want to wait until we get bombards online. That would just be a lot of sitting around. So yeah, let's get these trebs up and going, and then we'll take the city. Oh my god, there's a Liberty War going on? I didn't even notice. It probably would have been useful if we'd jumped in on that Liberty War on the side of the Liberty faction, considering we have not yet successfully befriended Emperor Renato. Well, while this civil war is brewing inside of Brazil, let's go ahead and go on a pious pilgrimage. I think in this case, a pious pilgrimage makes a little more sense than a worldly pilgrimage for our zealous character here. I think we're probably going to do a couple of pilgrimages with our character, although not like a million, I doubt. Oh my god, there's another war inside of Brazil. It looks like somebody's trying to seize control of Sud-Este. Specifically, our ally is trying to take control of Nord-Este. That would be really interesting, because if the Emperor gets kicked out of Nord-Este, they'll lose their main power base, and then we might be able to, from the shadows, take control of Sud-Este, because we do actually have a claim ourselves. So if we wanted to, we could create a faction against our liege with ourselves as the claimant. Yeah, this is turning out pretty badly for Renato here. We're still going to be trying to befriend him, but in the event that things go the way they're going to go, I suspect that the empire here is going to fall apart yet again. Well, our vassal here is just getting sieged down by this Liberty War guys, but you know what? That's okay. I don't mind seeing the Liberty War be successful here, because that would put us in a really good position to start attacking people and just get enormous amounts of resources very quickly. And now we are known as Queen Ana Helena the Good of Sao Paulo. I think that's a nice position for us to be in. I think it's descriptive of our reign thus far. We haven't done any sort of really gruesome, terrifying things with this character just yet. Boy, this Liberty War is being really annoying just because Renato is not backing down, and now he's getting attacked for somebody else trying to claim the Empire of Sud-Este. Whoa. Alright, well this could be the collapse of that little Braganca resurrection, and there it is. Sud-Este has lost control of Nord-Este to somebody else. Well, that's alright. That means that now this Emperor Renato is gonna fall apart pretty quickly here, I think. Alright, finally our liege lost that Liberty War, which was pretty costly for us just because they did manage to siege down Sao Paulo, despite the fact that it is a Regiopolis. But you know what? That means that now we are ready to rock. I think it's okay for us to go ahead and attack Canastra and take control of Rio de Janeiro. So we're going to take the Viscounty as well as the Duchy of Grande Rio here. And of course, because they hold this territory of Nova Iguaçu directly, we can take that for ourselves. So yeah, let's go ahead and attack Canastra and then begin our invasion of Rio de Janeiro, the kingdom title here. And now, because we do have our Holy Order put together, we should have a pretty easy time getting some good value here. Yeah, you know what, let's go ahead and just increase our trebuchets a little more, because we are going to need just outrageous amounts of siege weapons to chew through these territories. And I think actually it makes sense to just go ahead and call in our Empress Bahia ally here. It's going to cost us a lot of prestige, but we got a lot of prestige to burn. Oh yes, and this is exactly what we're looking for. We're just going to keep getting claims on entire duchies, so that way we can really rapidly move through those areas. Alright, looks like Canastra is trying to siege down our territory while we were trying to siege down theirs, and of course they've got really big walls, so we were gonna not shoot through theirs nearly as quickly as they were, but we've got way better men-at-arms, so we're just gonna destroy their army on the field. Yeah, they lost 3,000 troops and we lost 1,100. Oh my god. So we created that holy order, and now they want to buy a barony from us for 2,200 gold. That is exactly what we're looking for. 2,200 gold means that not only can we increase the size of our men-at-arms, but of course we can go back to just building a whole lot of stuff, which is going to be really nice. Like Sao Paulo, we could definitely upgrade the capital here, get extra forts, extra levy reinforcement rate, extra everything. That's really what we're going for here. If we can make Sao Paulo and Rio de Janeiro just outrageously powerful, then we should be able to unify Sudeste, or reunify Sudeste as it were. Yep, inflicted another humiliating defeat upon Canastra. And now we just need to siege down Rio. I think we'll be able to take control of the new second city here. That would be really nice. Because right now we do still have like a couple of temples that we're holding. We don't even need those in order to be powerful. But you know, you want to keep your domain holdings maxed out. And being able to revoke baronies within your counties is definitely a really great way to take advantage of having a higher stewardship skill. Renato, you're just gonna collapse here, aren't you? Yeah, but that's okay. We'll be all right. Ooh, somebody wants us to convert. Renato's demanding we convert to the Apostolic Catholic Church. Well, Emperor Renato, I've got some really bad news for you, friend. There is absolutely no way we are going to do that. We are, so much stronger than you. So much stronger than you. And now we can take Faithful Magistrates. So this is going to get us a little more control growth. I just like getting passive control growth. All right, we've defeated Canastra and taken control of the Duchy of Grande Rio. Of course, now to get good value out of these, we do need to pump their control up, but I think that's an easy fix for us. And let's go ahead and defeat Keem the Proud one more time and seize control of this last little bit of our Duchy of Rio Grande before we start pushing out all of our duchy claims, because we are getting some nice claims out of our court chaplain. Not the least because we actually managed to find an even better court chaplain from one of our vassals. So there was a little territory down here that was under the control of our stronger vassal, and we gave that guy a duchy title, and then of course he became an independent vassal under our control. So therefore we can actually use his strength a little better. But in this case, it should be pretty easy for us to just beat this guy up. Even our Holy Order will fight for free of charge. Alright, Emperor Nathaniel the Griffin has actually taken control of Sudeste, so that means that now I think we're actually going to be able to start plotting for our own claim on the Empire title for the future. But let's finish picking up the rest of Rio de Janeiro, and then we'll save our plot to take control of the Empire for the next episode with Queen Ana Helena. Oh my god, good. So now we have claims on Costa Verde, Costa del Sol, and Medio Paraiba, so we should be able to just rapidly push through this territory here inside of Rio Grande, then maybe even attack the Emperor for our claims, because we do have plenty of claims here, including one on Sudeste itself. Is it worth it for us to just immediately go for Sudeste? I thought that we might want to take Rio Grande first, but actually, why don't we pause this episode right here? Because I think we actually probably do have the gold and the military strength necessary to attack Nathaniel and take control of all of our claims. Sudeste, Medio Paraiba, Costa Verde, and Costa del Sol. That would be quite the coup. And of course, because we're allies with Bahia and Piratini down there, I think we're going to have the strength necessary to take control of Sudeste. And then from there, we'll see what Queen Ana Helena can do, because we do have the ability to force vassalize kings. We are all the way down the diplomat tree. It's going to be very expensive, of course, in terms of prestige, but I think we're going to be able to hopefully bring all of Sudeste back under our control. All right, that's Walker here with We Play Games. Take care.